was a Halloween joke in there. Where he at? Nobody home. Yeah, just getting ahead of the game. That'll be me tomorrow anyway. I'll just be hiding down here while the kids are upstairs. Well, up, knocking on the door, etc. What up, Dante? Trying to figure out if I should make a joke about a 3-0 choke potential. Because it's like high risk, high reward. Because the likelihood is that it won't happen, and then I'll look dumb. And in the likelihood, and in the chance that it does happen, it'll be very mean. So, where do we go from here? Ooh, Curtis Granderson. Let me make sure I'm on the network. Yeah. Fighting with every fiber to stay awake right now to maintain a normal sleep schedule, and I have to watch you. Yeah, that's not going to help. You're going to be asleep in 34 minutes. How long do you have to stay up, Jackie? If any team can choke, it's the Dodgers. That's crazy. That's tough. All right, we finished in the 800s. Co-op new rating is 400. Today it looks like we're going to be playing with Corey. If he's awake, I think he said he had to go to sleep. He was sick. If he's back up, then maybe Corey. And I think Sparrows / Lady Bro will be on. So we might play twos, or we might jump in with someone else until Corey gets on. So we'll figure that out in a little bit, but we're planning on playing co-op at the moment. I forgot about the Joey Gallo card. Okay, I haven't looked at the program since this came out. I did play after Team Affinity came out, but I haven't played since then. So I've seen all of these cards. Oh yeah, we did Extreme last week. So it's only been a week since I've been on, but it feels like longer. AJ Burnett, Ryan Howard, clutch is high, so he could play against lefties. That's fine. Lee Smith, there's always a nasty Lee Smith. The nice Javi Baez card. There was one year where, like, Javi Baez had the nicest swing in the history of the game, which may or may not be an exaggeration, but I used him on my, like, not chat Fridays, my, whatever, cap player batting stance. But then they changed it, and I haven't liked it since then. Curtis Granderson, this card's actually really good. And the 03 Yankees. My show is out at 12 a.m., so until then maybe, but that's going to keep me up more. I was going to say, if you're trying to do a sleep schedule, like, isn't the show going to ruin it? Which show are you waiting for? And also, what is your ideal sleep time? Converted Dude Food to be a Cubs fan that year. Oh, man. I forgot about that. Oh, I did used to say that. The Javi Baez was, like, my second favorite player. Maybe even my favorite player before Tim Anderson. I genuinely forgot about that. Genuinely until just now. I probably haven't remembered that for like 3 years because he's been so bad. And also because Tim fell off too. I forgot about that. Let me fix my webcam a little bit. We're going to zoom just a little bit. We're going to do a little brighter maybe. That might be too bright. I can't really go in anything in between there. That's okay. Actually, I'm going to be a little less orange. Okay. He was everyone's second favorite player, maybe? You think so? I mean, there were a lot of people like that just hated him because he didn't walk. So they were like, oh, he's like a terrible player. And yeah, like eventually that did make him into a terrible player. But I don't think he was a terrible player that year. Maybe he was overrated, but I feel like he had a lot of haters. I feel like he had an equal number of haters. This card's really nice. Austin Riley, always great cards. There's a mystery card. This is the O'Neal Cruz, right? Does he not come out until tomorrow? Check back through Thursday for more content and rewards. Does that mean nobody has the card yet? No, somebody must have had him. Someone mentioned that they had him already. Well, O'Neal Cruz shows up here. Wait, these are not even the cards. Are these in a pack? These are all quick sell value. I could actually get O'Neal Cruz really quick. Might as well. So we're 3 married, mostly CD list celebrities. Couples who are on the verge of divorcing. Already divorced, go on to an 18-day jersey. What the heck? Don't tell my wife about that. She's going to watch the whole thing. Backyard baseball roster in the vault the other day. Ooh, have you tried it? Or are you going to try it, I should say? I'm just going to buy now on these because I have stubs and I'm genuinely not going to use these stubs. Wait, so the ranked season ended, right? So does that mean there's a... Someone's buying all these cards. Is this a new season? I need to go look. I don't think it is. I feel like we're only halfway through the season. It's also Chinese, even better, because, well, I was going to say it's obviously not the same thing, but in terms of Asian television, she's a big K-drama fan. It would be racist if I said that's the same thing, but I didn't say it. I didn't say it's the same thing, and I don't think it's the same thing. I was going to point out that it wasn't. If your wife is Chinese, she probably already knows. Haven't really tried, but I just wanted to see if there was something out there. Ooh, that would be cool. I don't know what I want to do here. As soon as like we started getting cards that were like too many good cards and I couldn't figure out who to put in my lineup anymore, then I stopped playing. I was like, whatever. Not that this is like an endgame lineup by any stretch, but I could have an endgame lineup. Wait, these were all free? Am I dumb? Tragic. One of the few people who miss a DD caps. Why is that? Just so you could customize it? Kinda, but understandable. Dang. Is it in Chinese, Jackie? Or is it like Chinese American, Chinese English? Like, is it meant to... Is it accessible to an American audience? North American. / English. The Ninja Turtles game did turn out to look pretty mid. There's another one coming out next week. I think November 5th. So it probably won't be before... Wait, is the 5th Tuesday? I forget what day it's coming out exactly. It might come out before we stream. It might not. But I might play that game. It's a roguelike. That's why it comes out at 12 a.m. Yeah, I figured that part. But I was trying to figure out if it's like in English. That's all. Trying to think if there's like an equivalent in Pakistan. I don't think there is. There probably is. I don't know. I don't have enough view of all that. I feel like there must be like a whole section of like Pakistani English content. I feel like my parents only watch the actual like Pakistani Urdu stuff. So I don't know exactly, but I have to imagine there is like a section of that. Probably not good enough to get good English cap, sadly. Really, not even that much. Having myself in there with a few custom walk-up songs. Gotcha. How good were you at making your cap look like yourself? Because I used to try really hard when I was younger to make it look like me. And I don't think I ever did a good job. But there was like some part about it that was like, that kind of looks like me if you like squint your eyes. Not big enough. Sorry, rip. We'll get them next time. How many seasons are out? Spent 8 hours last year? Nice. That's what I used to do. That's a lot of fun. Then I had to retry every year. And that wasn't good enough for me to be like, okay, I need to do this again. Wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough at like making it look like myself. The last time I was out there. Why is my screen shaking so much? Don't know. So I'm only bumping the table like very slightly, like it doesn't even look like it's moving. But my screen is shaking like crazy. That Mickey Mantle is where? Oh, it's in the path. Okay. Well. 4. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do any of this stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do. Might as well. Double or doom. Yo, what up, Bobby?
Got him.
How are you doing tonight? Uh, 6:43. So, World Series game comes up in about 30 minutes. Wait, does my camera shake too? I just realized my camera is on top of the screen that's shaking a bunch. I'm trying to figure out if like my face is visibly shaking. Discover the card tomorrow, but somehow the game is not completely dead. Dang. Reg seasons right now? Noise. When did the season restart? Was it yesterday? Or was it Friday? Dodgers captain Team Boo's be going crazy now. I bet. That's all I want to do. Like, I do want to play this game in the final season because I want to be able to use all the White Sox cards with the White Sox captain because that sounds like it could be fun, but there's not that many White Sox cards. You'd have like maybe half a lineup and like half a rotation. And the ones that you have, like, maybe you have, like, some 99s, but they don't have, like, good pitch mixes and stuff like that. So, we'll see how that goes, but I do want to try. I got to hit World Series just one time before the end of the year, I think. Did I hit World Series at all last year? I think I played for maybe 1 or 2 months. And I think, like, 90% of that time was spent playing co-op. And I almost hit co-op World Series. And I don't think I hit solo World Series last year. I probably played like a total of 40 games over the course of 2 seasons. Now, first season, you need like 30, 40 games to get in there. Well, past White Sox people don't count for the White Sox captain, right? That team would be insane. Ken Griffey Jr., Sammy Sosa, and if we had a Manny Ramirez. Gotta go on a co-op top 50 grind, right? So far, the game hasn't been freezing this year, so it's actually possible. Can't get 1 extra base hit. That's crazy. Wait, so does nobody know what the card is, Jackie? The Halloween card? We got the. I thought it was the O'Neal Cruz, but that one's the collection. So is that actually a complete mystery? They are decent. You can get not a whole lineup, obviously, but it seems like every card in the Halloween program is like usable. Usable, like, endgame type card, if you wanted. It's hard to say endgame now because, like, I feel like every endgame card is like 125 everything. Like you got your Babe Ruth that's just going to sit there forever. So maybe if it's not 125 everything, it's not technically endgame, but could be. Co-op is awful with crossplay, is it? We've only had that one issue where like the pitcher throws from the wrong side. Like it thinks it's a certain pitcher, but it was like two different pitchers on two different people's screens. So I've had that pop up once or twice. And obviously we did have crossplay on. So yeah. Using some right now. Nice. What's your favorite one? Oh my god. I'm missing the hangers. Coming out with a drop daily, yeah. I was thinking along the lines, Jackie, of like when was the last time there was like a surprise card in the game because of Twitter? Not because of leaks or anything, but because like it seems like every single drop is just like SDS doing like some fake, not fake, but like they'll be like, hey, guess who this person is, and then like someone guesses it in 4 seconds. So I feel like a lot of cards have been, like every card has been like revealed in some way. So it's cool that they've finally done like a mystery card for once. Lars or Javi, yeah. I definitely want to try that Javi card. I don't know if his swing's any good anymore, but I feel like the last few Javis we've gotten, I keep saying that, and I forget that I haven't played for a year and a half, so I might sound dumb when I say it. But the last few Javis I've used have not been like top-notch Javis. Like this is a really good Javi card that can be used anywhere. The last few that I've used have just like had some kind of huge issue with like contact or something that I couldn't use them. Oh my god, he tanked that ball. Whoa, I missed 15 minutes of stream. What's up, Matt? We're just getting warmed up. Like this. 125 everything. Vision's 83. I don't really care about Vision personally. I know some people do. I guess arm accuracy matters a little bit more in the last couple of years. But 125 clutch, so like pretty nice. Throw a little captain on there against righties and you're set. Why does it say Austin Riley here? Halloween earn Austin Riley. Oh, I guess he's the farthest card in here. That makes sense. Why is every card 99? We're in that part of the season, I guess. But that's why I like stopped playing a few weeks ago. Maybe not the reason, but like anytime I have had time to get on and play, I'm just like, I don't really care for grinding any new cards. And then I don't. Then I just pray for Ninja Turtles instead. And I have been blessed with 2 Ninja Turtles games. Leaks are not really a thing in MLB The Show, yeah. What do you think? Is it time for a conversation? Is it time to revisit the conversation as we do every year about whether the game's going to be on PC or not next year? Some people have still called for the game not being on last gen, but because of Switch, it's still going to be on last gen. So they'll just have to split the player base if they want a next gen version. Don't see why they would put it on PC. It's an interesting thing about MLB, and like I feel like they've kind of decided to churn on player base, not turn on player base, churn on player base, in that it feels like they're just like, okay, let's let the new wave of players come in, and we're kind of letting the old guard of whoever was like the main streamers and like MLB The Show players kind of go do their own thing, and then like we're gonna focus on the next group. But to your point, well, maybe this is your point, maybe this is not your point, but it's what I was thinking of, is that I don't know that there's a churn that you can do for a game that's based off of a real life sport. I feel like everybody that would have played plays, and you can maybe capture the next generation of gamer, like kids who are now starting to learn baseball, get into sports, and then, but you would have had that anyway. I like, my point, I guess, is that I feel like they've kind of let a lot of people go. Maybe rightfully so, that people were just complaining, and they're like, okay, we don't need you, we're going to do our own thing. And then the next generation of the players is going to walk into whatever our system is, and it's just going to be everything that they know. And therefore, they don't have like some memory of like, oh, 2017, that was like the best version of the game, there was no microtransactions, whatever. And they will have a group of people who don't remember that. But I don't think that's necessarily how sports game audience churns, which is what I'm nervous about, that then it like becomes a whole abomination. I don't know if any of that made sense, but your point about why they would put it on PC, why they wouldn't put it on PC, my reason of they don't need to put it on PC is because like the people that would play this game are not on PC. You wouldn't gain new players from PC, is what I think. I don't know if that's what you were getting at, but that's what it made me think of. And so that's why I went on that tangent, is like, I don't know if they're trying to bank on like capturing a bunch of new players. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about the last gen thing. Well, you're still playing last gen, so at least you'll still get your new sounds, or you'll get to keep the old game for the sounds of the show. Unless there's a switch to stealth drop on Black Friday, right? But even then, I guess they would just kind of port it over, and they have the Switch 1 stuff already there. So I guess it wouldn't be impossible, but I don't know that they could market for it. I don't know if they could plan ahead for that so quickly. That pitching view is federal? I've never heard someone call something federal before. I feel like I'm on TikTok enough that I'm not that old, or at least I hear the slang just a little bit. Does that mean you like deserve federal crimes? Or prison, I mean? Skibby Toilet Indie. Jackie's right. Batters sticking out of toilets at home plate. I don't think they would put it on PC unless they had a reason to make the effort like they did for Xbox, for the younger audience and the Game Pass audience. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. And that, in that, in that they don't have an extra, they don't have an audience to capture from PC, I think. And she found out the Phantom's a real person 2 weeks ago. That's hilarious, actually. What did you think? Who or what did you think Phantom was? Did you think they were saying Phantom? Phantom tax? Phantom's on PC because it's EA, because the people who only buy COD and Madden have beefy computers instead of consoles. Yeah, I think those sports are just a little. I don't know if the sport's bigger, but is it fair to say that basketball and football have a bigger casual fan base? Is football a more accessible sport than baseball? Those are the questions coming to my head. I assumed it was gibberish because why would I assume otherwise? I don't know. keep getting lines across the middle of my screen. Does anyone know what that means? Can you see that, or can only I see that? I'm pretty sure it's from my monitor. But it was happening like right across the top of like this jumbo, or the, what's it called? The batter's eye. It's like maybe it's from the game. I get a rant about the fans that pried the ball out of Mookie's glove. Dude, I want to know what the second guy was doing. Who was using Gen Z language? I don't think I did. Dude, anytime someone posts something of, like, people doing a parody of Gen Z slang, it's, like, too cringe for me to watch. Which is, like, kind of the point, but also it feels like it's become... I think what it is it makes me feel like now I'm of the age of making dad jokes. You know, when your dad tries to make slang and then you're like, ew, that's disgusting. But that's how it feels when I see it. It's like I'm looking at you making this video and it feels like you're my dad, but also you're my age. So then I have a crisis. Other hand to reach up at the first guy, so the second guy was holding him down. But that was the weird part too. Like the second guy, I think he was like trying to help Mookie. Like he was like, here, like make sure you get the ball. Like I feel bad for you that this goofball next to me is doing what he's doing, so let me try to help you. But then he was like yanking his wrist up, and I don't think he realized that like both of his wrists up there were gonna like bend in the wrong way. You're describing quarter life crisis, I think. True. Makes me feel very old. Yeah, the first guy, like, I didn't see it, like, when I turned on the game yesterday, like, is exactly when they were showing the replay, so I didn't see the play happen live, I just saw the replays, and I kind of missed when it happened at that moment. And then when I saw it later, I don't want to do pitching moments. I'm skipping that. I saw it later. I was like, that guy held on to the glove for a long time. That first guy. So I couldn't believe it I was seeing there. It sounds like he's been banned. It said he was banned from attending Game 5. But I don't know. I think he, well, yeah, I guess Game 5 would be the last game in Yankee Stadium, so that makes sense. I was going to say, why not the whole World Series, but yeah, I mean, that's the last New York game, so.
2 balls, no strikes.
That guy got refunded, you're saying?